morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. We are back and better than ever. You got a problem? Huh? You got a problem with this? I bet you don't, because you are awesome and everybody else is not. Your favorite topic here, this is, let's see, math standard level, exam jam solution for exam jam number 5. So let's rock it and roll it. We got a box holding 240 eggs. Who doesn't have that? The probability that an egg is brown is 0.05. Okay. Find the expected number of brown eggs in the box. Okay. So all you have to do, if you forget, expected value equals x times the probability that the random value of x equals x. Okay, so this is very, very simple. There's 240 eggs. The expected value would be equal to E of x is equal to 0.05 times 240. That's a horrible 5 times 240, which is equal to 12. Okay, so we would expect 12 of the eggs to be brown. Okay, now part B. Now things get a little bit dicey. Find the probability that there are 15 brown eggs in the box. And what you have to do is, I've kind of given it away here, hopefully. You have to recognize that there's only two possibilities here. Either an egg is brown or it is not brown. Okay? And that screams binomial distribution. So there's two ways to go about this. Okay? First is with binomial distribution. We can go n choose r, where n is 240, r is 15, yes, because that's what we're shooting for here, times the probability of r, so that would be 0.05 to the r to the 15th, times 1 minus the probability, which would be 0.95 to the 225th, 240 minus 15. Okay, and we would crank that on our calculator. Let's go to it, shall we? It's not there, so while it's warming up, I will tell you, I thought it was open, I apologize. That is equal to about 0.073. Okay, and then we'll move on to C, but I just want to make sure you know how to do the choose doohickey. Come on, Inspire. All right. I want a calculator. Let's crank that. Okay, so we had n choose r. You can either type this in, or if you don't remember the letters, probability, combination, and choose r. So it was 240, choose 15, so comma 15, right? Then times 0.05 to the 15th times 0.95 to the 225. Bazinga. And there you go, 0.073. Or we could just go, this is probably the easier way, probability, it's a distribution, it is binomial, and it is a specific value. We're trying to find out what's the probability of, oops, cancel, no, I don't want that. Menu, probability, distribution. What did I do wrong there? Binomial, where are we? Binomial. Why is that inverse normal? What am I doing wrong? Okay. Binomial PDF. There we go. Number of trials. There's 240 because there's 240 eggs. Probability of success is 0.05, and the x value, the random variable x, is equal to 15. Bam, same thing, 0.073. Okay, so either way will be just fine. Okay, so now part C. Find the probability that there are at least 10 brown eggs in the box. So it's the probability that the random variable x is greater than or equal to 10. Yes? And that is equal to 0.764. And this is a very easy calculator problem. So we go back to our calculator, menu, probability, distribution, binomial, and this is cumulative, greater than or equal to 10. So there's more than one answer, more than just 10 is the answer. Okay, so number of trials, 240 eggs, probability of success, 0.05, lower bound is 10, upper bound is 240, and we hit OK. And there's our answer, 0.764, like I told you right there. Okay. Let's see, number 6. Here we go. All right. We've done this a couple of times in class on old tests and whatnot. Let f of x equals cosine of x squared. Make sure you understand that's not cosine squared x, that's cosine of the variable x squared. And g of x equal e to x for negative 1.5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0.5. Find the area of the region enclosed by the graphs of f and g. So let's take a look at our formula sheet. File, open recent, formula booklet, there we go. Just to make sure if we forget, then when we're finding the area between two curves, we take, where is it? Oh, we don't have it here. That's the old formula sheet. Sorry. Well, hopefully you remember then, if we have the area between two curves that are enclosed by two curves, it's area or the integral of the upper curve minus the lower curve for their points of intersection. So without our graphing calculator, we don't really know which one's the upper curve and which one's the lower curve. So let's get to it. I'm going to add a page. Always work in a document, not on your scratch pad, please. And so our first function, we'll do cosine x, make sure you're in radians, squared. Bam. All right, looking good. And then we had, let's see, e to the x. Oops, what did I do that for? Tab, e to the x. And don't type in e, you got to click this. It won't know what you're doing. Okay. And remember, our bound is from, or the function is defined from negative 1.5 to 0.5. So negative 1.5 to 0.5. And I'm just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to do a zoom box. Okay, just around that area, like from maybe -2 to 1 or so, that should do it. Okay, and okay, so here's the important thing, the area enclosed, that's the area right in there. Okay, even though negative 1.5 is down here and 0.5 is off to the right, the area enclosed only includes the area where you can't get out. Okay, enclosed, inside. Okay, so we need to find these points of intersection. So menu, analyze graph, intersection, bam, bam. All right, negative 1.11 is our x value. We don't really care about the y value. I think I know the other one. It looks like it's going to be 0, but let's just make sure. Intersection, bam, bam. It is indeed 0. Okay, so here's what you would need to do in order to get full credit for this problem. You would need to say area equals the integral from negative 1.11 to 0. And let's go back to the graph. And which graph is on top? Cosine x squared is on top. So it's top minus bottom. So let's go back to here. So this would be cosine of x squared minus e to the x dx. And you don't know how to integrate cosine of x squared, and we do have our calculator. Do not forget, boys and girls, that you need to sketch a quick sketch of the graph. And I'm just going to take a quick picture of it and paste it in here, because I can't go back and forth like you guys, or you have your calculator right in front of you. So all it would take is something like this. Boom, e to the x, or you could say just g of x here. And then maybe, oh, this is kind of a bad sketch, but it'll do. And this is f of x. And then you need to mark your intersection points, negative 1.110 and 0, 1. And that'll do it. That's all you need. Then all you have to do is crank that on your calculator. You don't have to write GDC or anything. Now here's the beauty of it. If you remember these, you don't have to type in cosine x squared, and you don't have to type in e to the x if you are in a document and not on Scratchpad. Check this out, sports fans. Menu, calculus, numerical integral from negative 1.11 to 0. And then all you have to do is type in f1. I hope that's cosine, I think it is. f1 of x minus f2 of x. And then that's, of course, with respect to x. Kapow! And we get the answer of 0.282. And so we would just write is approximately equal to 0.282. Done, 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 like a bun. All right. Hope that was good, and we shall see you next time. Shall we check in and see what's going on with problem? Huh? Woo-hoo! Yeah, I'm hip. I am out.